They are really convenient. Most of the pairs of shorts I own are cargo. Why do so many people seem to dislike them? They cannot possibly be that ugly, right? I do not think they are ugly at all, but apparently a lot of people do. Are they that bad compared to other things like suspenders or jean shorts that are seen as kind of trendy? Story 1. As a man, I find cargo shorts very useful for holding extra things. As a gay man, I find cargo shorts unflattering. They are typically baggy, get weighed down by whatever is in the pockets, and do not contour to the legs the way regular shorts do. I do not hate them because they are useful, but I also would not wear them anywhere I wanted to look good. Story 2. My guess, from what little observation I have made on what short men are wearing, is that most of the men who wear cargo shorts would normally just wear a pair of jeans if it were not so hot. Those likely are not fashion jeans. The wearer probably only marginally cares how they fit. If they do not fall down or look like they came off a homeless person, that is good enough. I can almost guarantee you they never once think about how their butt or legs look in them. In other words, they are fairly normal, everyday people, and they likely think this entire discussion about cargo shorts, especially the slightly unhinged dislike some people have for them, is very funny. That said, I want to thank some people for the good laugh. For one thing, I never realized how many men seem to care about showing off their legs. To them, I would like to point out, as someone who received compliments on my legs fairly often when I was younger, that women notice them no matter what shorts you are wearing, if they are actually worth noticing. Story 3. I am a woman, and I think cargo shorts on men are attractive. They have more pockets to carry nice rocks on your journey. Story 4. Are they? I feel like if I am wearing shorts that are not gym shorts, they are just going to be cargo shorts. I guess they might be kind of ugly, but shorts are not exactly formal wear, so who cares? Story 5. I don't know, and with the temperatures we get here, I'll keep wearing my cargo Bermudas for the time being. No way I am wearing pants with 39 degrees Celsius outside. Story 6. Because they have zero fashion appeal. They are big and chunky and have no style. I used to love mine because they are quite practical. However, they have a reputation for being worn by men who have no interest in style. I think the stereotype comes from the fact that they are typically worn by people who do not care about their appearance and often do not take care of themselves. Obviously, anyone can wear them, but they are associated with a certain type of person. Story 7. They don't. It's fake fashion. A few years ago, cargo shorts were in fashion, and if you wore jean shorts, you were considered someone who wore ugly clothes. Before that, jean shorts were in fashion, and if you wore khaki shorts, you were seen as a dork. We have just looped back around to khaki shorts because the fashion industry changes what is cool every few years to encourage people to replace clothes that don't need replacing. Women deal with this all the time and at an even faster pace. Men get several years between fashion changes, while for women it happens every season, sometimes more than once in a season. My advice to you: wear what you want and stop caring if someone whose whole view of the world comes from Instagram and TikTok thinks your clothes are ugly. Story 8. The sooner you stop caring about what other people think of your clothing choices, the happier you will be. If you like them, wear them. Anyone who would seriously judge me based on my style of shorts is someone I would not want to be around anyway. Sincerely, an uncool but relatively happy middle-aged man. Story 9. Pro tip: if someone does not like your cargo shorts, they are probably too young for you to be talking to. Yes, this applies if you are in your early 20s because mentally they are definitely still 15. Story 10. Women resent us for our many pockets. They behave like crabs in a bucket, tearing others down so they are not the only miserable ones. Story 11. I do not care and never will. The whole world can point and laugh at me, and I am still not giving up my 6 pockets to stow my stuff in summer when I am going out. Besides, you can buy lots of shorts now that blend the thigh pockets better than the usual pocket with flap on top design. Seriously, what is worse? More pockets or dragging around a backpack or a men's purse? Keep on wearing them. The only place anyone cares is right here, on the internet, not in daily life. That goes for a lot of other things too, to be honest. Story 12. It's pretty much just a meme hatred like disliking Nickelback or Arby's. It's not an actual majority of people hating, just a vocal minority of either bandwagon followers or people playing into the meme. I only wear cargo-style shorts. I don't know if they are true cargo shorts because I can never find them anywhere, but I love having multiple pockets, especially at work. I wear shorts year-round, even in -35-degree Canadian winters. I've never had anyone say anything negative about my shorts. Never. Aside from surprised that I'm wearing them in a blizzard. Story 13. I do not care. I mostly wear cargo pants or shorts. I prefer having pockets rather than trying to impress fashionable people who would not even give me the time of day anyway. Story 14. Does anyone have a link to great cargo shorts? They stopped making the Levi's ones I wore 10 years ago. Story 15. They are cut in a way that is very unflattering, but they are comfortable and practical and have a tactical coolness to them. Almost anything can be worn as a fashion statement, and if they make you feel good, wear what you want. I know in some places they were never viewed that way. Story 16. I ignore fashion advice I get online and any other fashion advice. Besides, the outlet stores always have plenty of cargo shorts when I shop for them. I get new shorts about once every 5 years because the oldest pair has holes in the pockets from carrying nails, screws, and odd tools. Never mind the split in the crotch. I can wear those at home. When the pockets have too many holes, it is time to toss the shorts and get a new pair. Story 17. Okay, respectful style rant time. Cargo shorts have a bad reputation, not entirely without reason, but it is not an insurmountable reputation. Firstly, they are considered lazy, at least in Western fashion. This reputation is largely perception-based, but also because they are used about 99% of the time for practicality. That is not a bad thing, but it does largely communicate to people that wearing them means you do not care about style. They are also not very flattering for the most part. If styled well with other pieces of clothing that either supplement or elevate the look, they can be interesting, but they are boxy and usually made with materials that do not hang or drape in flattering ways, so they almost never accentuate or highlight a part of the body in a flattering way. The only real exception, like with any piece of clothing, is if someone is in incredible shape. Ultimately, cargo shorts were never designed to be flattering or stylish, so that is all as intended. If you do not care about style, great. You have your answer. They are considered lazy and uninteresting, partially because they were never meant to be and because they have a bad reputation. If you do care about style or want to care more, I have a reply to this comment for you. Story 18. The same reason women close their eyes during intimacy is because some people dislike seeing a man enjoying himself. Story 19. I am a woman and I was just having similar thoughts about capris. They are so comfortable and practical, and I think they look fine. However, people dislike them for some reason. Story 20. They are? I did not know this. I have worn cargo shorts since the 1990s, not the same pair. They go well with my flannel shirts. Story 21. For me, there are a couple of reasons I will never wear them. They are too long for my liking, made of thicker and heavier material, and have too many pockets. I live in Texas, so I prefer to wear light and thin clothes. Story 22. I have only had one man tell me they are unattractive, and most of the time, such comments come from very unattractive women. Story 23. It is the Crocs problem. Crocs are as comfortable as they are unattractive. Cargo shorts have as much utility as they lack aesthetic appeal. See also minivans. Story 24. I was told that baggy clothes are not form-fitting, and that is why. You look better in clothes that show and complement your form. Story 25. 95% of the shorts I wear when I am off work are cargo shorts. More pockets mean I can carry more items comfortably. I wear tactical dress uniforms and battle dress uniforms at work, so I am used to extra pockets. Story 26. As a Crocs wearer, who cares? Just wear the cargos if you like them. The main reason I do not wear them is that the material is too thick for hot weather. I sweat a lot, so they just get heavy. Story 27. In the world of fashion, the least important factor in judging the price of clothing is how convenient it is. For example, women's clothing often does not have pockets. Story 28. I just donated all my cargo pants. I lost weight and found them to be way too heavy. Now I can wear chinos or some other style with comfort and not feel ridiculous. Cargo pants are very handy for carrying items, but they feel heavy and bulky in the summertime. Story 29. They are not the best-looking things in the world. Definitely function over form. Great for working in, though. Story 30. Maybe because they look like some bastard child of pants, some grotesque malformed creature that never fully decided what it wanted to be. Not quite shorts, not quite pants, just a confused mutation clinging to relevance. With their oversized pockets, drooping fabric, and awkward silhouette, cargo shorts lumber through society like fashion's Neanderthal, a relic of a time when utility was mistaken for style. They don't belong above ground. They belong in dank caves, feeding on larvae, worms, and the decaying scraps of early 2000s trends. Story 31. Every few years, the authorities decide that something is now unfashionable, and everyone must dislike it. Story 32. Yes, I suppose they are unattractive and my wife dislikes them. However, that is mostly what I wear. I appreciate their practicality and do not mind their appearance. Story 33. I never got into cargo pants, not because of what people thought, but because I would use every single pocket available. Story 34. Who cares what someone else thinks of them? Wear what suits you. I have rugby player legs and a muscular build. These are the only style of shorts, apart from sports shorts, that consistently fit me. I prefer a shorter inside leg that sits a few inches above the knee. Story 35. I like cargo shorts because they have more pockets to hold things. If people dislike them, it does not matter. They can stick to their tight-fitting jeans with fancy designer logos. I wear cargo shorts for convenience, not for fashion. Story 36. Are they hated? I still wear them when I want to be comfortable and dress very casual, which is any time I am not at work essentially. I did not know people were criticizing my clothing choice. I do not really care, but still, I did not know. Story 37. Functionality plus men favoring them equals the fashion enthusiasts and women who lack empathy for men not liking them. Story 38. Because women's shorts have no pockets, while ours have pockets inside pockets that also have pockets. It's a jealousy thing. Story 39. I am unattractive anyway, so it does not matter. I usually wear cargo shorts unless the occasion requires something else. Story 40. I won't wear jeans if they have more pockets or bigger pockets than Levi's. I don't like pockets or having things in my pockets. I make my wife carry all my stuff in her purse. I don't like wrinkly clothes. I still crease my pants occasionally. I used to like baggy clothes, but I'm 45 now, and many shorts are just too large on me. I take my shorts to the dry cleaners and have about 3 inches taken off the legs now. Story 41. I have no idea. My ex made me get rid of all of mine in college, but my wife loves them and wants me to have more. Story 42. Cargo shorts are both supremely comfortable and highly functional. If you do not like them, do not wear them. More for me. Story 43. You can find nice, not overly baggy cargo shorts. I think when most people say that cargo shorts look bad, they are imagining an overweight man with skinny legs and shorts that reach the mid-calf region. They associate cargo shorts with a lack of fashion and negative stereotypes. Story 44. I think it is just one of those things adopted by a certain group. In theory, there is nothing wrong with a particular kind of hat. It is called a fedora, but actually it is a trilby. A fedora has a wider brim. Indiana Jones wears fedoras, and they look cool. However, many people see that particular hat as a sign of negative traits. I think it is the same thing with cargo shorts. Story 45. Women dislike them because they love pockets, but none of their own clothes have pockets, while cargo pants have many pockets. It is jealousy. Story 46. I don't hate them, but if it's between shorts and pants, both in the cargo variety, I'll pick pants every time. For me, the items in the shorts pockets swing and bang around too much. For whatever reason, probably because they have more material holding themselves in place, cargo pants don't have that problem. Story 47. My honest guess is that they are seen as generally unprofessional or only worn by people who work in heavy lifting or physical jobs that are rough on the body, for example, plumbing, construction, people in the trades, and so on. Although I personally like them as well, they are indeed extremely practical and not really all that uncomfortable. Story 48. because it highlights that women's clothing typically has no pockets and also reveals the functional limitations of purses. Story 49, because they are usually a wrinkled mess, paired with poor quality sneakers and a threadbare, worn collar, questionable t-shirt. Story 50, please leave me alone. As a father, they are fantastic. I have only worn cargo shorts when it is hot since having children. There is so much space for storage. Story 51, they are usually very unflattering. Wearing them as fashion instead of function is like coming to a car show with a minivan. Story 52, cargo shorts were fine until about 10 years ago when someone wrote an article on Jezebel proclaiming they were no longer in style, and it just caught on. Story 53, I have a few pairs I wear sometimes. I am not interested in whether other people like them or not. Story 54, they are the ultimate dad clothes, and the fashionability of a garment is inversely proportional to its utility. I do not care if they are unfashionable. I will wear them until I am 6 feet under. I have 3 toddlers, and 3 toddlers means an infinite amount of things to carry and have within easy reach at a moment's notice. Story 55. Fashion's purpose is to show that you do not actually work for a living. You might go into an office, but you do not really need the money. Any fashion adopted by working people gets discarded. Obviously, anything blue in color is just unacceptable. Story 56. They have the distinction of not only being unfashionable but also serving no function most of the time. What cargo are we carrying that necessitates 20 pockets? Story 57. Women love when their clothes have surprise pockets, but if men wear a pocket-centric clothing item, they dislike it. I think they are just jealous. Story 58. I love cargo shorts. They have more pockets to carry all the items I take with me everywhere. They are baggy and breathable, and I usually get them in a khaki color, so they look good with most outfits. Story 59, because they are for kids. In the series 2.5 Men, Charlie Sheen is very rarely out of them in the first season. But living on Malabo Beach, neither would I. Story 60. I do not hate cargo shorts or know anyone who cares about cargo shorts, but I will say they are just worse cargo pants with no benefits. If I want to carry things, there is a type of pants for that. If I want to be comfortable, that is the opposite desire, so I will just wear more comfortable shorts. Cargo shorts fill a niche that most people do not want and nobody needs. That is my hot take. Story 61. For me, there are 2 kinds of cargo shorts wearers. One is the fraternity boys who loved Dave Matthews Band and enjoyed beer when I was in college. The second is the sort of lower-class men who wear large cargo shorts that reach the middle or below the knee and just look sloppy. Story 62. I prefer cargo shorts over jean shorts. A good pair of durable cargo shorts or carpenter shorts is infinitely better than anything except pants. Story 63. I don't know. I guess it depends on where you are from. I love them. They are very useful, and almost every man around my area wears them. However, I live in the countryside, in the mountains, far away from a city. Maybe we are not trendy enough. I suppose we prioritize utility. Story 64. What we find attractive reflects our cultural associations with that item. Shorts that have historically been and continue to be worn by groups with significant cultural capital are not typically cargo shorts. Instead, cargo shorts are associated with tourists and people who would be better off wearing pants if not for the heat, often related to obesity. Story 65. I do not like shorts in general. I always wear jeans or pants. However, I have no dislike for other people wearing them. Story 66. Why are fanny packs so hated? They are really convenient. Most of the pairs of waist bags I own are fanny packs. Why do so many people seem to dislike them? They cannot possibly be that ugly, right? I do not think they are ugly at all, but apparently a lot of people do. Are they that bad compared to other things like suspenders or jean shorts that are seen as kind of trendy? Story 67. I love them and wear them as often as I can. I also like those that are low to the knees, not thigh-high like men's shorts worn in the 1980s. Story 68. My girlfriend is the commander-in-chief of the Cargo Shorts Hate Club. She makes me dress up like a Ken doll when I am with her because she has an image to uphold. I do not care. I am a t-shirt, cargo shorts, flip-flops, and sneakers guy. Story 69. I will be buried in my cargo. I don't care at all what is cool or not. I always have room to carry stuff that I always need. Utility over fashion every day. Story 70. I wore them when they were in style in the early 2000s. Looking back, they seem as unnecessarily clunky as the skate shoes we used to wear. Additionally, since I associate them with that time, they seem juvenile to me now. To those saying they need the pockets, how much are you carrying on your person that you need that many pockets? My small wallet clip and my car keys go in my right pocket, and my phone goes in the left. I can even clip a knife onto my right pocket if I want, and I'm still fine. Story 71. It's funny that many people, both men and women, criticize cargo shorts with phrases like, dress like an adult. I find them useful and I will wear what I like. Story 72. Because they were once very popular, people grew tired of seeing them frequently. I still wear them sometimes, but I understand. Story 73. They just look silly, sorry. There are many shorts available that look nicer or neater. I understand they have practical uses, but I wear many practical things at home that I do not wear when going out. Story 74. People dislike the clothes their parents wore. Cargo shorts, polo shirts, Nike Pegasus shoes, or socks with sandals. For women, the infamous mom jeans. We do not want to feel like we are becoming our parents, but it is inevitable. Story 75. I used to wear them and loved wearing them, but they are not fashionable. I have given up on trying to make them work in my wardrobe in favor of something more stylish. Story 76. I hate any shorts that are not cargo at this point. I carry too many items with me every day to only have 2 regular pockets. Story 77. I love my cargo shorts. I can put so much stuff in them, and they are pretty comfortable as well. I have a pair of Wrangler cargo shorts that have been going strong for 6 years now. Story 78. I wear cargo pants and shorts with Crocs. People can hate as much as they want, but it is my preferred uniform. Story 79. I wear a pair at work in summer. They are very handy for storing items in the pockets, and if you get the correct size, they are not ugly and very comfortable. Story 80. It's a difference in goals. You probably want something comfortable that can hold items in the pockets. Someone else wants you to wear something fashionable, maybe something streamlined that shows your figure. Neither person's list includes the other's preferences. Story 81. As a man, I prioritize function over form. I do not usually use a handbag, so I need pockets. If people dislike pockets, then they should not wear them. Story 82. I wear them all the time. My wife dislikes them and does not like when I wear them. However, when we are out walking and she realizes her yoga pants do not have pockets, she always asks me to put her phone in one of my pockets. So there is that. Story 83. Who hates cargo shorts? They are fantastic. I would be suspicious of anyone who said anything bad about cargo shorts. Story 84. They are great dad pants because of their utilitarian pockets. However, girls think they are tacky, not tactical. Story 85. I am sure they are fine in certain circumstances, like cashing in all your pennies at the grocery store, but other than that, they are not good. Do not be caught dead wearing them unless you are under 30 and nobody is going to see you in them. Yes, they are that ugly. Story 86. No parts of fashion are logical. One may find logic in them, but any fashion trend comes and goes without reason. Story 87. I only wore plaid and cargo pants throughout middle school. I loved them as a kid but grew out of them or was bullied out of them when entering high school. Story 88. Probably because they have large pockets on the sides that make your overall shape look somewhat ridiculous. I don't wear them, but I don't have a strong opinion on them either. I just don't really like or wear shorts in general. But maybe I should. I have very developed calves, and I've heard that's a good thing for me. I'm thinking about doing an OnlyFans, maybe called So Calves Me Baby. Anyway, I find shorts to be silly, and cargo shorts even more so. None of my pants have those kinds of pockets, so I struggle to understand why I would need them on shorts. If I'm carrying that much stuff, it's time for a messenger bag. I have worn shorts like those before and used the pockets, but I'm not fond of having things flopping around attached to my outer thighs with every step. Story 89. Because I hate the material they are made of, it always gets wrinkled. Even if you iron them, they never look perfect. Surf shorts are a lot easier to maintain. They always look great, even if you do not store them properly, and I do not need more than 2 pockets. Story 90. It's because they are often worn too baggy. Men look best when they have the appearance of a larger, broader upper body relative to their waist, hips, and lower body. When you wear baggy cargo shorts, especially the kind that drop below the knees, it disrupts your proportions and makes you look bottom-heavy instead of top-heavy. Aside from that, pure comfort or practicality might seem useful, but it can also come across as lazy, as if you care about use to the exclusion of style or aesthetics. This is the same reason why big leather recliners with cup holders are often disliked and deemed ugly. You can tell that style plays no part in how those things are designed. They are purely intended to appeal to people who cannot be bothered to reach over and set their glass on a table. You would expect a lazy person to use a chair like that. Story 91. If they are being used as a work uniform for function, go ahead. But for fashion, they usually do not look flattering. Instead, they appear dumpy and too big, making people look larger where they should appear slimmer. The length is questionable, resembling failed pants. They usually are not coordinated either, often just a monochrome all-black look or perhaps camouflage. It gives the impression of low effort. I say usually because some men wear them well, especially if they are lean and fit, the length is appropriate, and the shirt complements the outfit. For me, they would be a disaster. Story 92. I think it is just association. Cargo pants are often associated with men who care more about utility than aesthetics, a demographic also much more likely to buy baggy clothes for comfort purposes. Most cargo pants that are sold are not from style-centric brands. I know I am going against everyone else here, but I think cargo pants can look good if you buy the right brand and size. Some of the preppier brands carry slim-fit cargo pants that do not look much baggier than their chinos. The trade-off for the better look is less pocket space. Story 93. As soon as summer begins, I wear only cargo shorts and I love them. They have pockets for my keys, headphones case, or anything else I may need to carry. Story 94. Hiker here. I love it. As a child in the 2000s, I wanted to replicate the 2000s rocker look, so I always wanted one. Story 95. Stussy was the company that popularized cargo shorts. The owner used to buy old combat pants, cut them into shorts, and screen print his logo on them. They were popular with skaters because it was easy to find old combat pants and make your own. Skaters also used to wear Vision hit packs. They were big enough to hold a Walkman, a couple of tapes, and some extra batteries. We were all about being utilitarian. Story 96. In recent years, I have switched back to regular shorts. Every pair of cargo shorts I have owned feels like I am wearing bags on my legs, and they always fall just a little above or well below the knees. I prefer shorts that are slightly above the knee, but it is hard to find cargo shorts like that. I still own cargo shorts and wear them without shame when camping or fishing. Story 97. Because some self-appointed fashion icons say so, it is ridiculous. They look fine, and if you are working outside, they give you room to carry your hand tools. Story 98. No one has received a handjob in cargo pants since Nam. They are ugly and unflattering on any body shape. They hide your legs for the sake of utility, but they look even worse if you use the pockets. They are like a burqa for your thighs. I would rather make direct eye contact with my dad as he enters my mom than wear cargo shorts. Story 99. Cargo shorts are one of the few holdovers I have from my high school days. I just stopped wearing bootcut jeans last year. Cargo shorts are next to go. Story 100. Men do not carry purses, so the extra pockets can really come in handy. Having said that, you do not want to stuff the cargo pockets so much that they are bulging out. Story 101. I think it's just that most cargo shorts are ill-fitting. I have a friend who is a stylist, and he was wearing cargo shorts and fairly traditional hiking long sleeves with chest pockets and large designer glasses on a hike with me. He has made alterations to military surplus clothing, and that's when I realized it was us. By us, I mean all the men who wore oversized cargo pants from 1996 to 2004. We ruined them. Story 102. I own two pairs of shorts, and they are both cargo shorts. Not only are they comfortable, but if I am wearing shorts, it means it is too hot to wear a jacket, so I need the pockets. Story 103. I love my husband in cargo shorts. He has many pairs because I buy them whenever I see a pair I like in his size. Relaxing shorts? Cargo. Going out and about shorts? Cargo. I love cargo shorts. Let him flip that ball cap backwards and I'm melting. Story 104. I never understood the disdain toward them either. I have always really enjoyed wearing them because I can organize what I carry into separate pockets. Story 105. Pocket jealousy. When we wear them, we have two extra large pockets. The biggest complainers are upset because they don't have any pockets. Story 106. I dislike having items in my pockets, especially awkwardly shaped objects positioned halfway down my legs. Story 107. Paraphrasing something I read elsewhere, cargo shorts. I will worry about holding your keys, wallet, phone, notepad, and small tablet. You just worry about making friends. Story 108. Fashion makes money for companies by constantly changing. In the 1970s, short shorts were popular, but in the 1980s, long shorts became fashionable. However, everyone now owns long shorts that last for many years. So, the trend shifts back to shorter shorts. This time, with the internet, we know that others do not care, and we wear what we want. Fashion does not like that because they cannot sell us a replacement wardrobe. Story 109. As a 50-year-old man, I wear a bathrobe outside when I am walking the dog in the morning. Do you think I really care about what people think of cargo shorts on me? I stopped caring about fashion when I was 27. Story 110. I still wear them, but more often the utility shorts, where the pockets are not visible unless filled. They are made stylish, you just have to look. A traditional pair for work or enjoying nature is amazing. Story 111. I love my cargo shorts. I have many different pairs, and I wear them when it is hot or warm. I am in San Diego, so I wear them a lot. I do not care what anyone else thinks of them or me. I am comfortable. Story 112. I can't stand cargo shorts for their intended purpose. They are a terrible place to have pockets. Usually very loose-fitting, so if what you are carrying has any weight, your shorts swing, get pulled down, and bash into your knees. As far as fashion goes, anything common and normal is often seen as uncool. Fashion is always changing. Once something becomes the norm for average middle-aged men, it is probably out of fashion. A good example is jeans. Baggy jeans were popular when I was a kid. Then skinny jeans became the trend. Now it has swung back the other way. Men in their 30s who care about their style still wear slimmer, well-fitting jeans, though. It is definitely not the most modern take on fashion. Wear what you want. Who cares? I wear slimmer, well-fitting jeans, black t-shirts, and boots. Wayfarers and tattoos. I'm going to do that for the rest of my days. Fake rock star, and I'm good with it. Also, like old man white New Balance sneakers, they will probably come back into fashion for kids to be ironic or whatever. Story 113. Life pro tip number 1. Stop caring about what random people like. Life is too short to worry about that. Do what you like. Story 114. I think it is the stereotype of men who wear running shoes with cargo shorts, graphic t-shirts, sunglasses, and fitted baseball hats as a form of style rather than utility. They are the same group that judges other men for wearing a pink shirt but have not looked in the mirror since high school. Story 115. Cargo pants look great on young, tall, attractive men and do not suit overweight, short, older men. People often overlook this fact when they cross the line. Story 116. I like them, especially since I am always carrying tools, screws, and many other small gadgets to help fix things. Story 117. I wear mountaineering cargo pants every single day. They are flexible, breathable, water-resistant, and increase carrying capacity. Women frequently flirt with me, and I usually receive a few phone numbers each month while wearing cargo pants. I am fairly average-looking, but I am very extroverted. Confidence is key, friends. I have a wonderful wife, but the attention still boosts my confidence. Story 118. I was wearing a pair yesterday. I like them, That is all that matters. Careful, I will put my sandals on with socks. Story 119. They are one of the best inventions. I'm a dad of 3, so all pockets get used. Snacks, little toys, water bottle, no problem. There is space for all that. Story 120. Cargo pants, a waist pack, dark socks, Crocs, and a Mickey Mouse t-shirt. That is practically wedding attire. Story 121. They are practical, not fashionable. It is that simple. Why do people wear ties? They serve no purpose. Story 122. If it were completely up to me, my closet would be JNCO jeans and cargo shorts. But it is not completely up to me. So there you go. Story 123. I found that men tend to prefer board shorts, denim, or gym shorts for fashion, but I wear cargo shorts because I like to put my wallet in the side pocket. I grew up putting my wallet in my back pocket, but depending on how much cash I have, it would hurt my back. Story 124. I wear cargo shorts every day to work in the summer. Extra pockets make my job much easier. I do not care if anyone thinks they look good or not. I have bigger things to worry about than how my fashion choices are appreciated. Story 125. Because people are jealous of the large amount of style and confidence that comes with them. Story 126. The real irony is that somewhere in the last 10 years or so cargo shorts have become the most derided thing a man can wear outside of sandals with socks. However, when I go to a store to buy a pair of shorts for the summer, 90% of the items on the rack are cargo shorts. I think something is afoot. Story 127. You try carrying your wallet, phone, glasses cloth, handkerchief, utility knife, dog waste bags, hand sanitizer, lip balm, lighter, earbuds, and flashlight in shorts without cargo pockets. Story 128. Personally, I just do not like the look of baggy clothing in general. Comes across as if the person is trying to hide some imperfections. Story 129. They are unattractive and bulky. Utilitarian, yes. Stylish? No. Chino shorts without bulky pockets are much better. Story 130. Jealousy. Women don't get pockets on their clothes because clothing designers make poor choices. Men have clothes with so many pockets the shorts are actually named after their carrying capacity. It's not identification, credit card, lip gloss, and a phone if you're lucky shorts like women get. It's cargo shorts. You know what normally carries cargo? Trucks, trains, planes, and ocean-going ships. I mean, sure, they're kind of ugly, but I can carry a book, my phone, a pocket knife, my wallet, keys, a spare t-shirt, flip-flops if I want to change out of my shoes, and an entire six-pack of beer in my shorts. It's like your own personal bag of holding. Story 131. I never understood this one either, or why so many YouTube fashion videos list them as ugly. I think they both look great and are very functional. I guess many people consider shorter, tighter shorts to be in style these days. I do not know, though. I always wear cargo shorts because otherwise I would have to carry my phone, keys, and wallet separately. I cannot fit all that in 2 small tight pockets. Story 132. I wear them all the time, but they are extremely unattractive. In the mirror, I look exactly like an oversized 4th grader. Story 133. They are not ugly. They are coming back along with the rest of baggy 1990s fashion. I work in a college. The number of oversized dress shirts, baggy jeans, sweatpants, and t-shirts makes me feel like I am in a Mobb Deep music video. Baggy and boxy silhouettes are the trend now. Story 134. I have swapped cargo shorts for a tactical duty satchel, a sling type. Cargo shorts are outdated these days. Story 135. I just hate the look. The pockets, even when empty, make them look bulky. I also do not like shorts that reach below the knee, which most cargo shorts seem to do. Story 136. The same reason that men like to see form-fitting clothing on women as opposed to baggy clothes with many large pockets that hide their figure. Story 137. Go watch the movie Superbad. It is not something that should be taken seriously. Cargo shorts are uglier than regular chino shorts. I will make fun of cargo shorts for the rest of my life and personally do not like them. However, I do not care if other people wear them. Wear what you like. I wear hoochie daddy shorts, so I get made fun of for my shorts as well. Story 138. They look goofy. I don't think there is a single store in my country that sells them. Cargo shorts seem to be a United States thing anyway. Story 139. Fashionably, they are horrendous. They are typically very baggy and fall far too low over the knee. This could be fine if they were long, flowing khaki or denim shorts, or capris that would work well with a long sweater or loose knit linen shirt, except for the side pockets that draw attention to the less flattering part of the pants. However, I have had cargo shorts that I loved because they were not too long, and the pockets were sewn flush with the pant leg. They were not visually overwhelming but still drew attention to my legs rather than to the pants themselves. If I were to write my college thesis on this, I would say cargo shorts represent a complete abandonment of style in favor of utility. Since they are not full-length cargo pants, they are also not optimized for utility, given that they are shorts rather than pants. Story 140. They are ugly and unflattering. If I am wearing shorts, they will be above my knees. 6-inch shorts for me. I do not carry so many items that I need the extra pockets. Even if you do, it is uncomfortable to carry all that stuff in pockets down to your knees. Story 141. Have you ever had a group of multi-level marketing people approach you to join their pyramid schemes, all while wearing cargo shorts? Story 142. Young men who used to wear them have aged into middle-aged men who have not updated their style in 20 years. Story 143. They mess up your silhouette. Men's clothes look best when there is more or less a V shape, with the widest part at the shoulders tapering down towards the feet. Large cargo pockets add bulk in the middle and disrupt those lines. They also make your legs look shorter. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.